Alrighty. I think we've got it sorted. Oh man, this took a while. This took a long, long while to get fixed, to get set up, everything. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Back Four YouTube channel. This is an incredible moment for me personally. It's the first time I've done a live stream in so long, maybe like over half a year, and we're here for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We're about to kick it off today. First game, Mexico taking on South Africa. Mexico, of course, co-hosts for the World Cup. They're taking on South Africa in these games, and we're going to be doing live watch-alongs for the entire tournament as well. Just bear with me here. Alrighty, we should be all good to go. Hopefully, everything is all sorted. I doubt there should be too many more issues, but knowing how these streams normally go for me, there will probably be plenty of issues. With that being said, however, I hope that this game does go all right. I need to sort out the thumbnail, because the thumbnail for some reason isn't showing. And worst case scenario, I might just have to grab one off of the internet somewhere, which is a shame because I really don't want to do that because I feel bad, but at the same time I need to put a thumbnail in this video because I always could change it afterwards. Let me see if I can just chuck that on. We're going to set this up though. I am very excited. I actually thought the opening ceremony was quite shit, unfortunately, but it's still going on. We've still got the opening ceremony going on as we speak, so I don't really know. Opening ceremony. I don't know how to feel about it, man. They've got Andrea Bocelli back as well, lads, for the World Cup opening ceremony. This is peak. This is heritage right here. I don't think anyone can be upset with Andrea Bocelli, to be completely honest with you. Bro, I can't lie. They need to get on with the football already. They've had like opening ceremony shows for the last like hour going on. I know the game isn't scheduled to kick off for another like 9 minutes, but at the same time, it's like, bro, how many opening ceremonies are you gonna give us here? Just give me the football already. All right, that song's finished. We shouldn't be too long out from the players walking out for the game here. So hopefully we're due for a good game. Now, in terms of my hopes for this game, obviously I want to see a good game as a neutral, but I am hoping for a Mexico win, and that's not because I don't like South Africa. I do like South Africa, and as a neutral, of course, you want to see the underdog win. However, I did do my predictions video for the for the group, and Group A, I did predict Mexico to win over South Africa. So, for the sake of me not looking like an absolute moron, I kind of do hope that Mexico can get over South Africa here. Though, if South Africa do get over, I will not be disappointed at all. It would be nice to sort of see South Africa mark their return to the World Cup with a win, which is really, really nice. Well, a really, really nice thing to think about. Obviously, not a nice thing to think about if you're a Mexico fan, especially considering that, you're playing this first game at the Stadio Azteca, which, you would expect Mexico to be getting a win at the Azteca to open the World Cup against, arguably, in my opinion, one of the worst teams in the tournament. But, that's neither here nor there, of course. Anything can happen in the World Cup. Okay, I'm trying to fix this thumbnail here, lads. I can't lie. It is a bit frustrating. I don't know if I can fix it on my mobile device here. I might actually have to go and do it on my computer, but I don't really want to have to do that, to be completely honest with you. Let me see if I can fix it from here. Okay, that should be all good, I think. I am hoping that the stream is still running. And it looks like it is still running. Okay, we should be all good, ladies and gents. I am very excited now. Players are walking out, or about to at least. Oh, man, we are 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away from the beginning of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I am nervous. I'm itching to watch some football here. Of course, you'll see the lineups as well. They should be displayed on the screen, I believe. No, for you guys, which way would it be? It'd be that way, I think, in your top right of the screen, the lineups for both sides. Mexico, very well-rounded. Raul Jimenez returning to Wolves as well. Nice to see that move going through. Lyle Foster, I think, will be interesting to see how he performs here. I think it depends very heavily on how much service he is going to get from his South African teammates. And my prediction for that, in all honesty, is probably not a lot. With that being said, I am very excited for what we are about to see. Oh, man. We're getting close. We're getting close, man. This is going to be a good World Cup. I'm so looking forward to it this time around. I know a lot of people aren't because, America bad, yada, yada, but it's just going to be so good, man. It's just going to be so good. Okay. We are so ready for this. We are so, so ready. They're lining up. No Edson Alvarez starting for Mexico as well, which, we'll see how that goes. But, you would like to see Mexico sort of coming into this with their strongest lineup. I don't think they necessarily have their strongest lineup. Whether or not that would be fully available to them at any point in the World Cup, this sort of campaign is going to be up for debate. Okay. Okay, we put the link out on Twitter, so hopefully we see some fellow enthusiasts in here. Nonetheless, we're ready to get underway here. We go to the national anthems for both sides, of course. If the stream is delayed by a couple of minutes, lads, I do apologise. The weather here in Perth, Western Australia, is absolutely diabolical right now. It has been pissing it down with rain for a few days now. God, the stadium's packed, man. Stadium is filled to the rafters. As you'd expect it to be fair. I just hope we're going to get some good atmosphere this World Cup. Obviously, the games in Mexico, you're going to get great atmosphere regardless. But America, you're going to get a lot of neutral fans. Canada, I'm worried about the kind of atmosphere you're going to get out of Canada. Because, you know, it's a bit iffy. It's a bit iffy, their football environment out there. So, these national anthems, they're taking forever. I can't lie, lads. I saw the Mexico flag there for a second. I thought it was the Italy flag, and I'm a bit sad now. I'm remembering about how I haven't seen my nation play at a World Cup since 2010. We haven't made it past the group stages of a World Cup since we won it in 2006. Fantastic thing to be reminded of on the first game of a over 100 game tournament that's going to take place over the next month. This is going to kickstart probably the biggest month of my YouTube career, I'd say. I've got so many plans over the next month that I'm really hoping we can produce some good content. Well, I can produce some good content. But I really hope you guys enjoy it as well. I say this like there are many people in the chat, which there are not, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, the whole stadium singing the national anthem, man. Guillermo Ochoa there as well. Retiring after the World Cup, of course. Oh, here we go. The confetti is raised. The national anthems have been sung. We're ready to go. We're ready to kick off the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I will admit, and this is a bit of a weird sort of statement to say, considering that the World Cup is literally about to start. I don't think I've ever seen less hype going into a World Cup in terms of a lot of things. Like, people are excited about the World Cup, yes. But I also feel like people just are so withdrawn because of all the other stuff that goes on around it, which is like, fair enough. Like, I understand that completely, but at the same time, like, it's the World Cup, man. Alrighty. We're ready to go here, ladies and gents. We're ready to kick it off. We're ready to get underway. The 2026 FIFA World Cup. Oh, just give me the kickoff, man. Just give me the kickoff. They're teasing me here, lads. They're teasing me. We're now 2 minutes past the promised kickoff time. What possible reason could you have for keeping me from the football any longer? What possible reason could you have? man, the Stadio Azteca looks so incredible, man. Easily, I think, one of the, if not the best looking football stadium in the world, the Azteca. Genuinely incredible. It is packed. It is pumping. It is ready to go. If Mexico score, the roof, there is no roof on the Azteca. But if there was, the metaphorical roof is going to be torn clean off. That's also another reason why I want to see Mexico score here at least, or probably even win the game. But ideally, I would like to see Mexico score because, my lord, you're going to get some good crowd reactions if they do get a goal. We can hope. We can hope. We can hope. I understand the lighting's not great as well, lads. I do apologize for that. It is currently, for me right now, 3:03 a.m. So I have no natural light that's able to come in from anywhere. I literally have to just use this light that's above my head. And it's probably causing some incredibly bad glare. So I do apologize for that. But look at the Mexico lineup here. Rangel, Gallardo, Vasquez, Captain Cesar Montes, Israel Reyes, Eric Lira, Brian Gutierrez, Alvaro Fidalgo, Quinones, Raul Jimenez, and Roberto Alvarado. Very strong starting 11. Decent bench as well. You got the likes of Alexis Vega, Luis Romo. You got Santiago Jimenez if he can actually come into form. South Africa lineup. Williams and goal. Modiba, Mbokazi, Sibisi, and Ocon at the back. Towards the midfield more, you got Mudao, Mokiena, Sitol, Jaden Adams, Ikram Ravners, and Ikram Reiners, and Lyle Foster, of course, up top. I don't actually know what to think about this, to be honest. Look, I think South Africa have pretty much put out their best starting 11 onto the pitch. Mexico have got a lot more to come off the bench in terms of quality. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see what we get out of this. It's starting to rain again outside, so I do hope that the internet in here does hold up so that we are actually able to watch the full game without any issues. But like I said, Mexico have got some really good players on the bench. Edson Alvarez, the biggest one, of course, on the bench for today's start. But look, one that I'm really excited about, as I think everyone is Gilberto Mora. I'm very excited about that, about his possible inclusion in this game and in the World Cup full stop. But like I said, more quality on the bench. Huerta, Martinez, Jimenez, Vega, Pineda, Mora, as we just mentioned. Plenty of good attacking talent to come off of the bench to potentially bolster this Mexican front line. Alrighty. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Alrighty. Let's get it going. The World Cup about to kick underway here. Three, two, one. We are underway. Come on. I've got to start the timer as well. I've got to remember to start the timer. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on. There we go. Bang. All right, timer is now underway. Let's go. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. I don't know why I'm saying come on, boys. I don't support either of these teams. I just want to see some good football. Give me some good football. Oh, the matchday graphics looks beautiful, by the way. That is a gorgeous looking matchday graphic. Or the score graphic, should I say. That's a gorgeous looking graphic. Look at me getting excited over a graphic, man. We're 30 seconds into the World Cup. We've got some sort of FIFA, tele-broadcast angle. It's a weird angle. I'm yawning already. We've just started. The World Cup has just kicked off and I'm yawning. What am I doing, man? Like I did say, though, on my predictions video for Group A, I do expect Mexico to take control of this game here. I do think that they're probably the second best side in the group. Of course, behind... actually, Sorry. I'd say they're the third best in the group, in my opinion at least. I do think that Czechia and South Korea are both better than Mexico. But I think it'll be interesting to see how Mexico approaches this, especially considering that they have home advantage for all of their group stage games. Good early pressure here from South Africa in the midfield, though. Heavy boos now that they've lost the ball, which is fair enough. Bit of high pressure. South Africa looking to play out the back. They do pretty nicely there, to be fair. Managed to keep possession, and now they'll look to move it forward. Good start here, early sparring. The crowd's getting involved, which is great to see. We're going to get such good atmosphere, man. I can just tell the Mexican games are going to be such great atmosphere. I really do hope they get a win, though. If it's not today against South Africa, then I do want them to get at least one win. I do want to see what kind of scenes we're going to get from the Mexican fans, who are very, very passionate and among the best in the Americas. Poor clearance there from Williams. Nearly works out, but doesn't quite, so they lose possession. First throw into the game, 2.5 minutes in, goes to Mexico. Tackle there. Free kick, Mexico. Free kick, Mexico. Good opportunity in this area. I did say going into this, I'm not sure how I feel about South Africa on set pieces. Mexico, on the other hand, are quite strong on set pieces. And any Socceroos fan would know that they're quite strong on set pieces because they scored their only goal against us from a set piece. So this is an opportunity here. Guilherme's standing over it. I'd assume he's probably the one to whip this in. Looks like he will be off the right foot. What kind of runners are we going to get going here? He tries to shoot it, to be fair. That was a bit of a scuffed shot, I can't lie. It wasn't great. It was not great at all. Raul Jimenez, of course, still wearing the headband. Ever since that skull injury from, I think it was 5 years ago. Happened just after COVID, I believe. Chance for Mexico. Shot! Oh, beautiful save. That was actually a really good opportunity. Williams does well there to match it. I did not expect that. That came out of nowhere. Good ball into the box. Sort of drifts into that middle area. Raul Jimenez arrives on it. Left foot, half volley strike. No touch off the South African player. Williams gets a strong right hand to it. Beautiful save there. What a start. Another set piece opportunity, though, for Mexico. That's a good ball in. Williams comes out, gets hands to it. Ball back in, back post. Headed back. Williams can't get out. Knocked down. South Africa got to clear their lines. They can't. That's very poor clearance. Can they finally clear their lines? Yes, they do. Now they look to hit on the break. This is a chance for them here. Oh, that's an opportunity. He's offside there. Poor run. Poor run. Yeah, not a great run there at all. We got a bit of energy. Straight off the bat. That's nice. Good opportunity, though, for Raul Jimenez. Honestly, could do better there, but it's a good save. It's a good save, and he's done well to get the shot off there. So fair play to Raul Jimenez. Of course, moved back to Wolves. He moved there alongside Kieran Trippier. Both of them are going to be playing in the Championship next season, which is a bit weird. I always assumed Raul Jimenez would just stay with Fulham in the Premier League for the time being. So seeing him in the Championship is a bit weird. But, you know, I like to see Wolves back at the top at some point, and them having Raul Jimenez there is only going to help them. So credit to Wolverhampton Wanderers. We've got a couple of people joining in the stream as well. Thank you so much to the people that are joining in. I hope maybe you're watching the game, maybe you're not watching the game, maybe you're just stopping by, or maybe you thought that this was an actual live stream for the World Cup game, in which I'm sorry to say it is not, because I do not withhold the rights to stream these games. But I do hope that you are enjoying the World Cup nonetheless. With that being said, I'm going to stop the groveling and talk about the game, because we're 6.5 minutes in and we haven't really seen anything from South Africa, to be fair. Not really using the width a lot here, Mexico, but they do go down the left. Can they whip it across? Going to be a corner again. I don't know if they're necessarily going to be playing for corners, but... Oh, I think he's given a goal kick there. That should have been a corner. Yep, he's given a goal kick. It was well worked by Gallardo. He deserved to get a corner there, but the referee's given it the other way. This ref looks scuffed, bro. Look at him. My God. Looks sketchy as hell. Good block. Early pressure from Mexico. The crowd's getting behind him, which is lovely to see. You can definitely tell there's the energy there to want to match that with an on-field performance. They're doing well so far. South Africa look shaky. First time tonight that they've looked to go long. To be fair, it's taken them 7.5 minutes, but I also think that that's because they've barely had the ball in the opening stages. Mexico, on the other hand, plenty of pace to hit going forward. South Africa got a quick defense, yes, but don't really have the technical quality. I think Mexico are just going to look to keep possession, try and work an opportunity here. They worked a really nice opportunity into Raul Jimenez earlier, like we said, or like we saw, should I say. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to finish. Gallardo looks really good, though, off the bat. I am thinking Jesus Gallardo looks really good. Nice chest down. One back in possession by South Africa. Oh, that's pinched there. Chance. Mexico. Quinones. Shot. It's a goal. Mexico get the first of the World Cup. Julian Quinones. The mariachi bands are playing. The man born in Colombia scores the first goal of the 2026 World Cup. Horrible mistake at the back by South Africa, and Mexico grabbed the first. The crowd's going crazy. There's mariachi bands playing. There's mariachi bands in the background, bro. Awful mistake out the back. Great pounce. Could have laid the pass off, but he does well to get the shot off straight through the legs of Williams. I'm sorry to say, Williams has got to do better there, but what an awful giveaway at the back. Brilliant work from, I think it was Eric Lira to win the ball back, and a powerful strike from Quinones. Straight through the legs. Straight through the legs of the goalkeeper, Williams. That's 1-0. Come on. My World Cup predictions. They're already looking good. I did say Mexico will get the win over South Africa, so it's working so far. Oh, man, this is great. This is great. The vibes are already here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm watching a neutral game of two teams I don't really care about. Mexico scored 1 goal already, and they've got the mariachi bands out with a fully packed Stadio Azteca. I've got to turn the volume up on this stream because I just want to hear this crowd a little more. Hopefully it doesn't get me copyright struck by SBS or anything like that because, you know, I never know what can happen with these streams. But, oh, man. That's an awful giveaway, by the way. That's a terrible giveaway. In midfield. Not even in midfield. South Africa trying to play out the back like they've done a few times, but terrible, terrible giveaway in the midfield. That's a good point mentioned on the live stream as well. Mexico have such an incredible record at the Azteca. Last time they lost a game at the Stadio Azteca was in 2013 against Honduras. Very, very interesting statistic there, but it just goes to show you, I think, how effective the home field advantage for Mexico is. So, to be fair, maybe saying that they'd finished third in the group behind South Korea and Czechia was a bad idea. However, I would like to hold some hope that South Korea and Czechia can actually perform up to the level that I think they will perform up to. Mexico, on the other hand, looks quite good, but I'm not sure about how they're sort of going to match up on a technical level. Because, don't get me wrong, there are some very impressive sort of like athletes, very impressive athletes in this Mexico side. I think Quinones, the goal scorer, is one of the best athletes in this Mexican side. But do they necessarily have the best technical players? Not really. Not really. I would like to see Mexico go a few goals up, though. I want to see Gilberto Mora. That's a beautiful ball over the top from Vazquez. Are they going to be able to keep it in? Raul Jimenez does well. Wins himself a corner as well. Wins his team a corner, should I say. Very well worked there. Beautiful ball over the top from Vazquez. Honestly, I feel like I'm just watching. I feel like I'm watching the EA FC 26 Free Agents 11 versus South Africa, which is essentially what this is, because the Mexican League doesn't exist for any of you that would know that. And for those of you that don't, I'm spewing absolute nonsense, and I apologize. Let's whip this ball in. Good ball. Unrivaled header. Williams comfortably claims. That was very poor defending once again from South Africa. Showing they're not necessarily great from set pieces. Gianni Infantino on the screen there as well. Ball through the middle, way too much on it. South Africa look really poor. I mean, to be fair, if you have Lyle Foster, it's great, but if you can't create anything for Lyle Foster, you're not really going to get anything out of it, are you? Really disappointing start from South Africa. Long ball up the pitch. Still in the possession of Mexico. They're doing well to keep it. Ball in behind. Bit of head tennis here, though. South Africa give the possession straight away. Headed straight back and back into the South African possession. Mexico can definitely take some more time here. They can definitely slow things down. Like, I know they've controlled the possession and everything and the flow of the game already, but I definitely feel like they can take their time here, especially that they're a goal up already. Take your time, work your opportunities. South Africa will open up and then look to get that second goal. Don't rush things. You're playing into South Africa's game if that's the case. They just want this sort of rushed long ball game. Mamelodi Sundowns got a mention on SBS commentary. I love it. I have a Mamelodi Sundowns kit. I was tempted to actually wear it for this stream, but I didn't want to pick sides. Because I actually have... This is weird. I have a Mexico kit and I have a Mamelodi Sundowns kit. And I couldn't decide which one I wanted to wear for this stream, so I decided to wear neither. And you may ask, Alex, why don't you just wear one for one half and one for the other half? And that's very true. And I don't really have a rebuttal for that because it's a very good point. "15 minutes in. Oh, beautiful ball through here. Chance for Mexico going forward. And Gutierrez gives away the foul. Disappointing there. Like we said, though, 15 minutes in, 1-0 to Mexico. They've absolutely dominated this game so far. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just been absolute domination so far. A successful long ball here by South Africa. Now they can look to hit on the counter here. Maybe not necessarily the counter now. Mexico have players back. Lining up for a deep cross. No space to play it. Yeah, South Africa do not look good, man. Finding a tiny bit of joy down these wide areas, but they're really just not getting good enough passes into the box. Mexico do well to win that free kick there in the midfield. I think that was Lira again. And first yellow card of the World Cup. We've got it. First yellow card of the World Cup. Eric Lira looks in a bit of pain, but Teboho Mokoena, the first yellow card of the World Cup. Congratulations, my friend. Put that in your pub quiz. Put that in your pub quiz, everyone. Who got the first yellow card of the 2026 FIFA World Cup? It was Mokoena. South Africa are definitely starting to fight back here, though. Which you'd like to see. They've been awful since the start of the game, but they actually look like they're starting to fire up a little, which is nice. They need a good response. Mexico will do well to sort of calm this game down. You don't want to allow South Africa to get into their flow here. You don't want to allow them to sort of turn this into a game of rushing. You keep it nice and slow. You maintain the possession. You move it around and just frustrate them. Frustrate South Africa. Force them to play. Force them to take risks. And then the second goal comes. That first goal came from a risk, an unnecessary risk, might I add, from South Africa at the back. And it led to a Mexican interception and goal because they do very well at pressing from the front. So there's absolutely no need for Mexico to rush anything here at all. They're doing well now. They're just holding possession out the back. But if I were the coach, I'd be saying just slow this shit right down. Slow it right down. If they want to come get the ball, let them come get the ball. Let them come chase it, and then we move it around. But do not rush anything at all. And as I say that, they immediately go for a long ball and they lose possession anyway. Okay, well, fantastic. Well done, lads. I just remembered I forgot to update the score. I forgot to update the score here. How could I? How could I? See, this is what happens when I don't stream for a while, lads. I completely forget what I'm doing. But there we go. 1-0 to Mexico. That should be better. Good ball into the middle. Nice turn there with Quinones. Good shot. Just takes a strike there from distance. Not too far off, actually. Very nice strike. Just sort of flicks the back of the net as it goes, but not a bad strike at all. That's an interesting stat. 33 goals this season for Quinones in Saudi Arabia. I believe he's with Al Qadsiya. I think Al Qadsiya. South Africa definitely fighting back here though, which is nice. The boost starting to ring out here. 20 minutes gone. Mexico still hold a 1-0 lead. Beautiful ball forward. South Africa can go here. Oh, that is just shit. What is that pass? That is abysmal. Oh my God. That pass was horrible. I don't know what he's doing there with that pass. That was shit. Oh, I apologize for yawning as well. I do apologize for yawning. It is 3:27 in the morning. Bit of decent pressure up high there from South Africa, but they give away another foul. No, played on. Mexico going down the right here. Left-footed ball, back stick, good header back. South Africa clear their lines. Well done there. Another good opportunity for Mexico. They're making the most of this right now. Oh, Roberto Baggio. I mean, there's a lot of legend in that stand, but you got to love Roberto, the man who inspired me to get this glorious mullet. We love you, Bobby. Long ball. Should be an easy claim. Spilled by the keeper. Opportunity if you can whip it across. Well done. Calls for a handball off of Gallardo, but that looked straight off the body to me, or at least his hands were on his body. Can't really call that. Linesman's flagged for a free kick there. And a yellow card. Okay. Gutierrez gets the first yellow card for Mexico. That was a bit of a weird one. The lino didn't originally flag for it. The ref didn't call it. They sort of let play go for a few seconds, and then the lino flagged, and then the ref called because the lino flagged it. That's a bit of a weird one. Is it actually a foul? That's never a foul. That's never a foul. That's never a foul. I'm actually kind of disgusted at that already. 23 minutes into the World Cup and we're getting fucking diving, bro. Really? Really? If South Africa score from this, it'll be a very interesting talking point. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be Mokoena to take it as well. The man who got the first yellow card of the tournament. Good header out. That's well done there. Ball whipped back in. Won again by Mexico. They're dominating the aerial contests right now. Absolutely dominating it. Alrighty, we got the first hydration break. First hydration break of the World Cup. I've just seen the Macca's match break, bro. The Macca's match break. Okay, I'm going to use this opportunity to put on some socks because it is absolutely freezing in here. Note to self, do not record a World Cup watch along in a cold ass garage with no socks on. That is a shortcut to getting sick. Nonetheless, Not a bad first 25. Unfortunately, though, we now have a drinks break that we have to sit through, which means that we have to sit through another 2 minutes of fucking ads in the middle of a World Cup game. I actually can't believe we're sitting through a fucking ad break at the World Cup. What's actually happening, man? Alrighty, we're back into it. God, an ad break in the middle of the half as well. That's so disgusting. That's yuck. This is what I was worried about as well. So I need to touch on it because it is ridiculous. I understand the want of a hydration break, but let's not let's not pretend like this hydration break wasn't just a way for what Oh, Torsten, welcome to the stream. First comment of the night. Thank you so much, bro. Mexico winning is making me some good money. I don't know if you saw my Group A predictions video, but I predicted Mexico to go over in this game and win pretty comfortably. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I don't have a hate for South Africa. I just want to be right. I just want to be smart. Yeah, ad breaks is die, but okay, it needs to be discussed, right? Let's not pretend like the whole idea of a mandatory drinks break in between every half. So 2 per game. Let's not pretend like this isn't just an excuse for them to run ads midway through the halves. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. Like, come on. We had the World Cup in Qatar. We've had the World Cup in the Middle East and we didn't have mandatory drinks breaks. And you're telling me that they have to have a mandatory drinks break for a World Cup in North America. I understand North America gets hot, but like, come on. Mexico with a chance here though. Shot, good block. Well defended by South Africa. I'm nearly missing goals here because of how frustrating it is, but it's like, it's the dumbest thing ever. The absolute stupidest thing. And thankfully, I haven't really seen anyone online sort of defending it because it's like, how can you defend it? It's such an obvious ploy. It's just advertisers looking to make more money. Yeah, it's not even subtle, like you said, Torsten. Not even subtle. Like I was expecting, all right, for these not halftime breaks, like the little like drinks breaks, that you'd maybe like cut to the panel, get a bit of analysis. They'd send you off for maybe like, and this drinks break is brought to you by Home Depot or whatever the hell, and then they cut straight back to the game. But no, they fully cut away from the coverage to run ads. They fully cut away from the coverage to run ads in the middle of the game. What are they doing? What are they doing? I understand corporate greed, yada yada, but this is ridiculous. If you're going to pause the game midway through the half to have a drinks break, and you're going to do this every half for the World Cup, you better be cutting to me getting some interesting analysis of the opening 25 minutes. Tell me about some of the stats. Tell me about how the panelists think that the game is going so far. I don't want to cut to a McDonald's ad. Okay, I don't need to know about KFC's $10 new fill-up bucket because I already probably know about it. It's ridiculous. Why are we even? Oh man. I understand the American World Cup was always going to get Americanized, but it's like, gosh, damn it, man. Oh well, Australia just has to beat them for payback, I guess. Not really doing much with the ball right now, South Africa. Their big issue right now, they just can't find outlets going forward, which is disappointing because they're not even trying. They get the ball out the back and they literally just stand on it, roll it slowly, walk with it. There's zero urgency. Absolutely zero urgency from South Africa right now. That's going to cost them. It's going to cost them, I'm telling you. Ball over the top, though. I'd assume that's offside if he can keep it in. He does keep it in. Ball into the box, blocked, and the offside finally called. Delayed offside, of course. Move slightly this way so you guys can actually see me and I'm not covered by the overlay. This is a lovely overlay, by the way, but I am looking to get it changed, so you guys will be seeing a new overlay soon. Yeah, exactly. A drinks break analysis would make it tolerable at least. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. And I still wouldn't like it, but at least at that stage, it's like, okay, well, that time's going to get added on to the end of the half, so I'm getting the same amount of football, and on top of that, I'm getting some, mid-game analysis from the panel. That at least in that scenario, I can be like, okay, that's I'm not thrilled, but it's not awful. You know what I mean? But no, they cut straight away from the game, and then they go to ad breaks. It's just like, what exactly do I have to enjoy about that? Like, that just completely ruined my vibe in this game. I was actually really enjoying it. The vibes were high. Mexico scored, and they got the trumpets and the mariachi bands out. And then 25 minutes goes by, and then we're into running ads. It's like, come on, man. South Africa chance here. Lyle Foster does well to claim the ball, tries to get it out wide. Awful pass. Is that a deflection? No, I believe that's a Mexico ball. Rare mistake there from Lyle Foster. You don't expect that from him and someone of his sort of caliber. For anyone just joining in to the stream, just let me know your thoughts on that discussion if you did hear it. What are your thoughts on the mid-half water breaks and whether you like them or not? What are your thoughts on them using those to run ads as well? Chance for Mexico on the counter here. Gutierrez can drive. Options out right. Is there going to be an overlap? Looks like it. It's played. Well covered, though. Very well covered. I can't lie. I'm so exhausted right now, Torsten. I'm so exhausted. I was planning to sleep for like 4 hours and then wake up for this game and then great save. Ball pulled across the box. Williams with a great hand. I was planning to sleep for like 4 or 5 hours and then wake up to watch this game, but unfortunately, I'm going through a bit of an addiction to Ark Survival Ascended, which I've just started playing for the first ever time, and I'm absolutely addicted to the game right now, so I just could not justify sleeping, which is possibly one of the most unhealthy statements that has ever been uttered by a single human being on the planet, that I can't find an excuse to sleep. But I think it was more the excitement of, holy shit, the World Cup is here, and holy shit, Ark Survival Ascended is amazing. Bit of both. Bit of both. Me too, Lamau. I was going to maybe sleep, but just went, nah, I'm too excited for it, bro. Same. Honestly, same. Here's the question. What time is your game on Sunday? What time is your game on Sunday? Because I'm coaching. Our game was originally at 12, but then it got moved to 8 a.m. so that people had time to then go to the Socceroos. Oh, to watch the Socceroos. So what time's your guys' game? Good ball into the middle. Awful touch. Awful touch. South Africa are just really not doing much with it. Ball deep. Headed from Lyle Foster. Well wide. That's the first shot from South Africa as well. It only took them 37 minutes. Wasn't a very good shot. I tell you what, he got some contact on that header. It's just, very poorly placed. I play. Yeah, I forgot that you don't play Sunday League anymore. Yeah, I forgot that you're back on Saturdays now. I can't lie, I haven't been keeping up with the amateurs. Not the amateurs. Sorry, the reserves results. I know the 18s for Fori are doing particularly well, and the first team's doing not particularly well. Picked up nicely there. That's a lovely ball. This could kickstart a counter if they can make it work, which they can't. That's unfortunate. I just want one more Mexico goal, man. I need to see that I need to hear that mariachi band again. Bit of a knock there. Late free kick called in favor of Mexico. Lira is down for the time being. South Africa are starting to fly into these challenges now. Ooh. I don't know how you don't get a yellow for that. Ref's been a bit inconsistent so far. I think that definitely should have been a yellow for Sotolo. This team took our Resi's coach and he's balling out with them. Saturday. Oh my god. That sounds like a scenario. I mean, good that you guys at least found a coach that's decent enough for the first team because you guys have gone through how many coaches? I can't remember the last time Furry had a coach that lasted at that club more than a year. Hence why I turned down the opportunity to go and coach there when I got offered. Sure, they look to play forward here, Mexico. It looks like they're set to use the middle a lot more. They're just not using it. Here's a chance, though. Gutierrez. Decent attempt at a ball. Just sort of caught the back of the heel, I think. But they keep possession, though. South Africa cannot match them. Right hand side. Ball could be whipped in. No. Oh, good ball. Jimenez! What a save from Williams. Oh, my days. What a save. I think he might have just been off, but did he get that little flick there? I don't even know if he does get a little flick there. Either way, Williams, what a fantastic save. Chance again for Mexico. Long range shot, deflection. Back in. Oh, off the post! Quinones nearly had a second. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. Mexico should have had a two there. Oh. To be fair, I think that's wrong shot choice there. I understand what he's trying to do going near post, but there's nowhere near enough power. Like, if that does start going inside the post, I think the keeper probably saves that. Still, though, bro, the drama. This is a good game. Good ball over the top here. Apparently not. Nodded down. Deep ball in. That should be a corner, and it is. Played short. Ooh. Oh, my God. It's about 50 yards out. Do you imagine if that goes in? Just imagine that. Man. I mean, you got to always have one of those at the World Cup at least. Come on. It's not a World Cup when you don't have, at least one Thunder Bastard. It's almost heritage at this point, you know what I mean? Oh, chance here. Quinones can't get there. He should be playing indoor. That was a one-step. What the? A one-step pen. Oh, man. Alrighty. 4 minutes of added time to end the half here. Not a bad first half in terms of action. I'd say it's probably better than the first half from the last World Cup. Mexico got another chance here at the end. Good clearance, though, from South Africa. Oh, Gallardo. That's a poor shot. Very poor shot. Just wasting valuable possession in the final third. I don't know why they'd, even bother taking shots like that. I know you want to be the hero, but that's ridiculous. Good touch out wide. Very nice tackle. Sort of climbed on top of him there. Keeps possession, tries to go left. Keep his ball. Should be a South Africa ball there, I think, but they got one earlier. It's only right that Mexico get one back. Oh, what has happened there? Chance now going forward for South Africa for Mexico. Oh, that's an opportunity. What the fuck was that shot? That was terrible. He's gone for a toe poke. He's gone for a toe poke in that scenario. Mate, you have got to be shitting me. I'm actually stunned. I'm speechless. Really good chance, and he's just thrown a toe poke at it. Alrighty, that's half time. I mean, I will say, not a bad first half of the World Cup. I think it would have been slightly better if we didn't have a ad break halfway through the first half. But it is what it is. I'd be curious what to see. I'll be curious what we actually see in terms of the approach from Mexico in the second half. Whether or not they'll actually come back out trying to get another goal or two, or whether or not South Africa will be able to sort of hold out in that game plan. Because I doubt South Africa choose to attack too much. Mexico, on the other hand, will know that they need goal difference from this game if they want to make it through as one of the best third place teams. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see Mexico come out of their shell even more in the second half. But they're doing quite well. They're just wasting those opportunities in the final third with, long range shots that they really just don't need to be taking. Okay. I'm going to get some more layers of clothing because it is freezing right now. I will be back shortly, ladies and gents. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Apologies for that. Um, we are now better prepped for the second half. It is very cold right now. I've put on socks, a pair of shoes, another jumper. I'm now wearing two jumpers, and I've got a blanket. Overkill? Maybe, but it is cold as shit, and I'm not getting sick for World Cup month, so you're going to have to hold that, unfortunately, ladies and gents. Now, let's update this little doohickey here. If we can just... First of all, we've got to stop the timer, and we've got to change this beautiful piece of fine engineering here to say second half. So we should be ready to kick that off as soon as the second half does in fact start. Okay, perfect. Like I said, ladies and gents, it is very cold right now. So I do apologize for that brief break. I did have to grab this big blanket to keep myself relatively warm because, like I said, I don't want to get sick for World Cup month.
He's a player who wants to make a mark, and he did. He scored the first goal. He's in the history books now. Yeah. And I think he's going for the second and the third. He makes good plays. He holds his position good. He keeps the attacks wide, and then he knows exactly when to cut inside. So he's making his name. And at the end of the day, I want to talk about Eric Lira 1 second. Before the game, I read his interview, and the moment he came,
there we go.
Was exactly his game.
Stay warm, people. Make sure you are staying warm. No one wants to get sick on World Cup opening night. Especially myself, because we've got a lot of plans coming up for content this World Cup. I definitely do not want to be getting sick anytime soon. Odd that the commentary team is talking about. See, okay, can I just say something? Can I please say something? Australia really needs to stop recycling the same 3 or 4 podcasters that call themselves analysts on these panels because all of them are absolute donkeys, all right? I don't know who this female analyst or panelist or whatever she calls herself is. She's an idiot. Okay? They're showing clips of South Africa's favorite failed counterattacks, and she's saying that Lyle Foster is not clicking. Lyle Foster hasn't been able to do anything because his teammates have been fucking terrible. Okay? Please explain to me how Lyle Foster not clicking is the reason why his teammates can't create chances. Please explain that. Oh my god, it's Lydia Williams. Oh my god, it's Lydia Williams. I didn't recognize her. Ultimately, look, I stand by my point. I stand by my point. I don't care if she's a Matilda's goalkeeper. I think that was a stupid point she made. Lyle Foster has literally been fine. I mean, this is what I get for deciding to skip the opening bit of the halftime break to get myself some more supplies for this winter weather. But Lydia Williams, a lot of respect for her as a Matildas player, of course. Maybe not the best analyst if she's going to criticize the striker for the fact that a team can't create chances. Because as any football fan with half a brain would know, the striker has very little to do with the actual creation of chances. Unless the striker is having a generational stinker in which they are offside permanently and just incredibly, incredibly bad, then I understand. However, that's just not the case right now. Torsten, thanks for all the comments, by the way. Also, mate, you need a gas heater. Those things are lifesavers. Actually, goaded. Um, I have a like one of those air conditioner heaters in here. Unfortunately, the batteries of the remote have run out, and I just realized that as I was setting up this stream, and I couldn't find the batteries to change them. So hopefully, we will have that sorted by the time we do our next stream. That would be very nice. But I definitely do need a gas heater. I can agree with you there. I can agree with you on that point. Damn, that's unlucky. Yeah, it is what it is. Also, thanks to all. It says we got 6 people in the stream right now, so thank you so much to everyone who has turned out so far. I do hope you enjoyed that first half, and we've got plenty more action to come up in the second. I actually quite enjoyed the first half. Outside of the, the I can we call it quarter time? I guess we can technically call it quarter time. The mandatory drinks break that just turned into a mandatory ad break, that wasn't necessarily great. I'll be completely honest. But apart from that, I'm actually quite enjoying the game so far. I actually am quite enjoying the game. I do hope that Mexico scores another because I need to hear that mariachi band playing. That was the funniest thing I think I've ever heard. Somehow South Africa. Oh, well, first of all, Tan, thank you so much for the comment. Really appreciate you stopping by. Somehow South Africa first half is worse than Australia's slow starts. You know what? I disagree. And the reason I disagree is because I expected this from South Africa in terms of they're much, much worse on the ball than Mexico are. South Australia, on the other hand, has a lot of very good technical players, yet we still start incredibly slowly. So I'd argue Australia is worse, but they're both just as bad as each other. It's it's shit versus crap, for lack of better terms. I got myself a gas heater at the end of the Prem season. I've not looked back since. Oh, you lucky bastard! That sounds very, very good. Man, I could go for a gas heater. You got me, Torsten. You got me thinking about gas heaters the way I think about Krispy Kremes when I'm supposed to be losing weight. Speaking of which, by the way, very happy with the progress I've made so far. For those of you that follow the channel, you might know that I am currently recovering from fatty liver disease, but I've managed to lose half of the weight that was required of me. So I'm only, I believe it's, I don't even know. I'm so tired. I'm about 6 kilos away from reaching my target weight, which I'm very, very happy with. So lots of things going right. Recovery going well. World Cup football. Can't get better than this, man. I mean, it could be, I could have a gas heater, but, can't get everything. Cannot get absolutely everything, and that is okay. That is okay with me because you know what? You know what? I don't actually know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Yes, sir, Torsten. Of course, bro. Of course. Recovery going strong, man. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. When I'm coming back next season, oh, buddy, box to box midfielder. Good to hear. Thank you, Tan. I do appreciate that. We're just about to get underway in the second half as well. They've taken a while, but they're finally coming back out. Feels like forever. I also think that the halftime, the quarter time, I guess, mandatory drinks break didn't help This game feels like it's been dragging on, which isn't great as a neutral fan. I'll be completely honest. The game does feel like it's starting to drag. Not because it hasn't been a good game. It has been a good game. I've been thoroughly enjoying the actual game. It just feels like the game's been dragging because of how many like breaks and stoppages we've had. You know what I mean? Like a mandatory drinks break. Look, if the weather does require it, I understand. To make it mandatory and say that it's got to happen in between every single half of every single game is just stupid. I'm sorry. It is just stupid. Alrighty, we're ready to get underway with the second half here. So we'll go and start the timer. Timer started right on the whistle, by the way. That's actually peak. That is actually peak. Okay. Now, what are we going to see from this half? I'll be honest, I don't expect South Africa to open up that much. Mexico should have made it 2-0 there. That is awful play. What a shot! Oh my god. How did they not make that 2-0 there? That was almost an exact replica of the first goal, but I don't understand how he doesn't score there. I don't understand how he doesn't score there. That is awful. You know what it is? It's that first touch from Fidalgo. I don't know why, but he tries to trap it with the studs like it's futsal, man. Take that touch in front, take it into your stride, and get a shot off. Yeah, it does feel like they are dragging it and just using any excuse to increase the ads. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it was going to happen regardless of if it was America or not. I just think it just so happens that to be America, and people are going to say that, oh, it's America. They're Americanizing the sport. It's like, no, they just want more money. They just want more money. Got to punish that. Absolutely. I'm stunned. I'm stunned he didn't put that away. You just got to take that touch into your stride, man. That's actually awful. That's actually awful. Why has he tried to trap it like that? I don't get it. I don't get why he's tried to trap it like it's futsal. Good trap on the chest there, though. Mexico are a lot better here, technically. I think that's fair to say, but they're not putting their chances away here, which they might regret, because I think goal difference could be a factor here. Quinones does well there. Spots the keeper off his line, tries to chip him. I honestly, you know what? Fair play. At the same time, you had a player that was going through there, so. Oh my god, could you imagine that comes off? I mean, obviously in hindsight, it was nowhere near. But could you imagine that comes off? Whew. Not a bad effort at all, Torsten. Not a bad effort at all. Again, great pressure. Great pressure from Mexico. Really good press. I also feel like Mexico's press is helped by the fact that South Africa are just not good at playing the ball out from the back. And they can't really resort to long balls because Lyle Foster is not going to win that battle between him, Vasquez, and I think it's Montes, the Mexican captain. I forget his name. I'm tired. Yeah, keeper's nowhere near far enough out. Very aggressive in the midfield here, Mexico. South Africa's still not really um, getting out of the gates. Mexico will be looking to punish this one early. I reckon if Mexico do score, they'll score before the 60th. I just have a feel they're starting really strong here. They're starting really strong. South Africa need to like pick up the pace here. Oh, has he held his run? I think he's held his run. This is a chance. Taken down. That's got to be a red. That's a red. Oh, wow. Okay. Red card. Is he onside? That's going to be the big question here. Nah, not a penalty. Not a penalty. Oh, no. Spepolo shithole. Is he onside? They didn't really pause the replay, so I don't want to jump to the gun too early, but it did look like he was on. And yeah, no, that is Dogzo. All right. South Africa down to 10. Wow. That is a hell of a development. Biggest kick in the balls would be if Mexico do score from this free kick here. Would be a very, very big kick in the guts. Come on, Mexico. I need you to score this one. Put it to bed. Make me look like a genius. That was beautiful play by Mexico there. I don't know what South Africa were doing with that high line, but it was just not it. Not well communicated at all. Sat too deep from the halfway line, and even then, wrong position to be playing a kind of high line, in my opinion, at least. Raul Jimenez is going to step over this one. Honestly, you'd back him from this kind of distance to potentially make it 2-0 for Mexico in the first game. Raul Jimenez. This is going to be a rough angle. Here he goes. Blocked off the wall and blasted into Rosed. Alrighty, well, South Africa have got to fight back now with a man down. You almost wondered though, if you were, let's say, a Mexican player in that scenario, would you have rather the free kick and a red card, or would you have rather, in that scenario, been taken down for a penalty and not got the man sent off? That is a good question, I feel. I also feel like it entirely depends on how Mexico look to respond to this. They can't go into their shell now. They need to go. They need to go for the kill. They look like they're doing that though. Chance now in the box. Great slide tackle out for a corner. You can definitely tell there's blood in the water now. Mexico know that. Canelo Alvarez is in the crowd. There's a game of football on, lads. Why are we focused on Canelo Alvarez? Yeah, Canelo. Played left back for Man City, I'm pretty sure. I, as a player, would want to. I, as a player, would want the pen because I would take it. Fair play. Fair play. Not with your run up, though. Not with your run up. I still have nightmares about your buddy run up. God. I also feel like I would want the pen as well. I can't lie. I think sometimes a red card makes things more complicated. I think the added sort of mental factor of being a man up just puts that added pressure on you. You want to sort of like rush things around, be like, okay, well they've got a man up, so we've got a man up on them, so let's create more opportunities. Let's go forward more. Let's take more risks, yada yada yada. And that's why I feel like so many teams will go a man up and then end up playing worse, is because you sort of abandon all sort of discipline that you've built up in your style of play to then, actually be a bit more adventurous, a bit more high risk, should I say. But that's why I genuinely think that going a man down isn't necessarily the worst thing. It's not great. It's not great, don't get me wrong. Any sort of chance that South Africa may have had of scoring 2 goals is probably gone by now, but they can definitely still get one more. One more. They could definitely still get one, should I say. South Africa down the right hand side here. Just zero options in the box, man. Really poor. Really poor. Shot from range. I don't know about this Mexico keeper, man. He spills a lot. He spilled one in the first half as well, Rangel. Bit of a knuckleball, though. Really nice shot. First substitute. Oh, Lyle Foster's coming off. Okay. Wow. Okay. Lyle Foster being taken off. That is interesting, to say the least. I think it's quite clear what South Africa is going for here. I think they're giving up most of the hope they had of sort of whipping in crosses and stuff. What I think they're going to be trying to do now is damage control. Lose this game by the smallest amount possible. And if you can somehow, by the grace of the gods, grab an equalizer, you do that. But will it work? I definitely think it'll frustrate Mexico. Not with passes like that, though. It's not very good at all. Once again, very good pressure from Mexico. Raul Jimenez doesn't get fouled. Continues to chase. Does well. Doesn't quite win Mexico a throw, though. And South Africa can look to play out the back, but they give it away again. And there's another free kick, edge of the box here. Another opportunity. Mexico's pressing from the front has been fantastic, by the way. I genuinely think that's been the best part of their game. Their pressing from the front, their structure has been fantastic. I genuinely think with the extra man, Mexico have a big, big opportunity here. They've got some good players on the bench to come on as well. Some good attackers, especially. Santiago Jimenez, you know, is one that has probably lost his place since his move to Milan, but yeah. Okay, is this a ball in or is it a shot? I'd have to say ball in, right? Go on, give us a good header on this. Is that going to go for a corner? Doesn't look like it. Very poorly taken free kick, by the way. Didn't really beat the first man, which is unfortunate. Great dribbling. It's hard to sort of commentate these kinds of games right now because Mexico is not really offering much. Ball from Quinones. Oh, nearly reaches the target there. Should be getting the mandatory drinks back, I think, within about 5 to 10 minutes as well. Oh, well played there at the back. Good header, though. Well done. Mexico are holding on. They're doing quite well. South Africa, not so much. Like we said, in the first half, they were pretty bad, and then they got a red card, so they're even worse off than they were in the first half. Another South African substitute here. An attacking sub. So Adams comes off, and Zwane comes on. "36 years of age." Another Mamelodi Sundowns player, though, so shout out to the Sundowns. You do wonder when Mexico are going to make changes. You do wonder when Mexico are going to make subs here. They're taking their time here, Mexico. I don't blame them at all. Frustrate the South Africans. See, the thing is, I think we're in for a bit of a weird stalemate here. I think South Africa is going to get to a point where they realize that maybe a 1-0 loss is one of the better results that they can take, and Mexico is also going to realize, hey, we don't actually have to rush things because we're not losing. So the 3 points is just as good as anything. I think it's quite obvious what the crowd wants Mexico to do. They want them to go for another goal, and I do not blame them at all. Bit of a nasty potential foul there, but not much in it. Ooh. Will you watch South Korea versus Czech Republic game? Maybe. I don't want to give a guarantee on it because. Oh, there's a little shout for a penalty there, but nothing there. I do want to. We'll have to see. Just because I don't want to give any promises. I am very, very tired. I will try and get a few hours of sleep and then wake up and see how I'm feeling. I would love to stream that game though because I actually think it's going to be a really good game. Mexico fans are not happy, by the way. It's clear what the players are doing. They're trying to see out the win with half an hour to go, and the Mexican fans are pissed. Very nice touch there. Oh, very nice interception. Good ball. Unfortunate. Alrighty. Mora is coming on the pitch. I'm very excited about this. Gilberto Mora, the 17-year-old wonder kid, the youngest player at the World Cup this year as well. Oh, chance for Mexico here. Working it forward nicely. Cut back into the box. Good ball. Got to be 2-0. Raul Jimenez. Come on, baby. Let's go. Oh, the mariachi bands are playing. Come on, Raul Jimenez. I wanted to see him get a goal. That's beautiful. What a fantastic header. That ball into the box. That ball into the box was phenomenal. I need to see who played that ball because that was absolutely beautiful. That pass was like everything it needed to be. What a goal. Beautiful cut inside. Floated ball to the back post. He sees the run being made. Gorgeous near post header. Williams isn't getting anywhere near that. That's 2-0. That's fantastic. What a gorgeous header, by the way. But that ball over the top was fantastic, honestly. Absolutely phenomenal ball over the top. And now we have to change the home team score. Okay, there we go. Bang, bang. And there we go. 2-0. Lovely stuff. Absolutely lovely stuff. Looks like I'm being proven right once again. And now we've got the Macca's hydration match break. Because when I think of hydrating myself, I think of McDonald's. This World Cup is being played in America, to be fair. Oh, yippee. Another halftime break. Maybe I could put my head down, take a nap, and wake up by the time the fucking break is done. Am I right? Am I right? What a beautiful header, though. That was a phenomenal header from Raul Jimenez. Oh, my goodness. Bullet. Absolute bullet header. That was nuts. That was nuts. I'm very happy to see that. I love Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez is like one of those players where you just can't really hate on him. You know what I mean? He's just a bags man. But, you know, I think that was a phenomenal header. That ball into the middle was great. Wait, Macca's has FIFA World Cup cups. Hey, hold on a second. Guys, Macca's has FIFA World Cup cups. Guys, I might have to get on some Macca's. I can't lie. I can't lie. I might have to get on that. Also, thank you so much to everyone who's in the stream right now as well. It says we've got 8 people, which is really, really a lot for my stream. We've got 9 now. What the hell? Thank you guys so much for everyone who's joined into the stream. I really, really do appreciate it. If you've come by to see the actual proper game, I do apologize. This is just my live watch along, but thank you all so much for tuning in nonetheless. If you are enjoying, please do like and subscribe. Please, really do. We're going to be doing a lot more of these for the World Cup. I am going to hopefully do South Korea versus Czechia, but it just depends on whether or not I can wake up in time because it is currently 4:30 a.m. 4:37 to be exact. And I did not end up sleeping in the lead up to this game, which kicked off at 3 a.m. So it'll all depend on whether or not my body can function off of 4 hours of sleep. Nonetheless, we are back underway in the second half. I do want to see something from Gilberto Mora. He's got 20 minutes to impress me here. Nah, he already has impressed me, to be fair. He's a very good young talent. I do think it's interesting to see what his career is going to entail next, because obviously he had the links to Real Madrid that didn't end up going through. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him kick it around in the Bundesliga for a bit. I feel like the Bundesliga could be a good place for him. Quinones. Here we go. Oh, it's offside. Ooh, that's very tight. I don't really know why he decides to call it there. Oh, 10 live viewers, double digits for the first time tonight. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Oh, beautiful win in midfield. Here we go. This could be 3. Oh! Oh, that's debatable. That is debatable. That's a pen. For me, that has to be a pen. I understand people are going to say, he's just getting in between, but he's purposely gone for him there. Not clear. Not clear and obvious. I mean, look, if you're going to say off of clear and obvious, fair enough. I just think that is a pen, personally. You can't change the course of your direction to then run into someone. That's just not how it works. That is a bad tackle. That is a yellow card. Does he take him out? I think he does, personally. I mean, he steps across him and he throws the shoulder into his upper chest. It's more for me just the fact that he's stepping out of his, natural line of progression just to impede with Raul Jimenez. Ooh, Edson Alvarez is about to come on. Here we go. Back on the counter. They got option center, choosing not to find him though. Ooh. Is that a foul? No, nothing given. One back again though. Beautiful tackle. Fantastic tackle. And foul given away. No yellow though. Just about 15 minutes to go in the half as well. Of course, before added time, that is. And we're probably likely to get anywhere from, I'd say, maybe 4 to 7 minutes, depending on how many stoppages we get in play. Edson Alvarez is going to come on as well for Mexico. I believe that's their last substitute window, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think Mexico can make any more subs now. Nonetheless, they are up 2-0. Alrighty. Double change as well for South Africa. Let's see if this changes anything up. Highly doubt it does, but we will see. Good switch of play there. Mexico looking to build out the back once again. See, I like the style of approach from Mexico. It's very pass orientated, the sort of move into the space type of stuff, but also they defend from the front. I love that. I absolutely adore it when teams do that. Vasquez is driving here. He's got options. Plays a simple one. I really do hope Mora develops a lot more physically before he moves to a big club like Real Madrid or something like that. He's really, really going to need to get all that experience. He's only 17. He's quite short. He's quite skinny. Okay, Alexis Vega, the career mode hero, comes on for Mexico in place of Quinones. Ooh. Well in on Chavez trying to keep that ball in. Unfortunately, it wasn't very good. Fans are not happy. I don't know how to feel about this ref, man. He's made some dodgy calls this game. I don't understand how that's a foul on Edson Alvarez there. Jesus. 80,824 is the total attendance. Not bad. Estadio Azteca, not bad at all. Ooh. I put my microphone down for a second and South Africa nearly score. Gallardo is down. Actually, it's not Gallardo, I don't believe. Alvarado, that's it. Should know him. He got the assist for the Jimenez goal. It is a shame that we aren't seeing the Azteca at full force with the full capacity because there are renovations being done, so some of the seats are closed off. But this is really insanely cool atmosphere, I will admit. There's a VAR review here for something. What is there a VAR review for? What's this about? Could be a second red. Oh, could be a red card here. Or I think he's off here. That's ratty. That's scummy. Do they not have a better angle of it? Oh, yeah. No, come on. You can't do that. It's going to be a red. Red card. There we go. Yeah, that second angle was a lot better. I just wish they showed us that first, but it definitely is a pen. Not a pen, sorry. Definitely is a red card. Well, there you go. They brought on Thembazwan to try and get a bit of a spark back into their attack, the 36-year-old attacker, and he's now been sent off. Yeah, not great. Genuinely the worst possible start they could have had. Genuinely could not have had a worse start. Mexico would be smart to not take the foot off the pedal here. They should be looking for another couple. They would be smart to be looking for another couple here. Goal difference is going to potentially play a big factor in this group.
First World Cup game with multiple red cards since Portugal beat the Netherlands in 2006 in the round of 16. Both teams had 2 players sent off that day. Iconic match in World Cup history. The wrong reasons, really.
Good switch of play. 5 minutes of regular time left here.
Mexico's point of view, do you go and try and fill your boots in the remaining minutes just in case that goals scored come into it later on in the group? You never know. Absolutely. When you have the 2 extra men, surely you can take a risk or 2 here because you just can't see South Africa laying a glove on them. So, yeah, send bodies up the pitch and try and get a 3rd and 4th. Vega back here. Chavez to Vasquez.
Mexico not really looking to actually take the game too much to South Africa. South Africa very obviously just want to close this out, set it out as a 2-0 loss. But you'd really think Mexico would be more willing to actually try and put a 3rd one past them here. Good ball inside. Chance now, surely. No one's getting a shot off. Mora had a chance to shoot there, decided not to. It was great defending there again, but South Africa come away, but very poorly given away there.
South Africa, they have been outplayed 11 against 11. They're the dominant side. Mexico, but here's the referee's view on that red card. It's difficult to see when you're on the pitch close to it. You're looking through the players. Can't really clearly see the contact. That's when VAR said, have another look at it. I think the right decision was reached. Almost on the blind side, the referee as well.
I definitely think that was a red card. I definitely think that was a red card. That was ridiculous. You can't slap someone upside the head like that and not expect anything, man. Like, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? We're heading towards the end now, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes of regular time to go, plus added time as well. This has been a good game. This has been a really good game. I've thoroughly enjoyed this.
Really, a missed opportunity here because
Been a good opening game, 2 red cards, and more than 1 goal. Decent start, I'd say. Definitely. Definitely a decent start to the World Cup. Plenty of drama, which is exactly what you want to see. You want to see drama in the World Cup. How much added time are we getting? 7 minutes. Oh, my God. Oh, just let me go to bed already. I'm joking, of course. Kind of. Maybe not fully. I think we can all tell how this game's going to end out, but we got to sit here for it regardless. Vega inside. Looks to play a 1-2, but it gets ignored. Is that a foul edge of the box? Ref says no, play on. South Africa up the other end. This is their chance now to score if they can make it happen. Just one little slip pass there, taken down. That won't be a red, it will be a yellow. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not a red card. No, 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 no. That is not a red. That is not a red. That is not a red. Hold on a second. That is not a red. That is not a red. That is not a red. No, no, no. That is not a red card. Oh, come on. How is that an obvious goal scoring opportunity? He's going away from the goal. No, no, no. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. At most, for me, I'm looking at the fact that he's going away. His man is going away from goal for one, and he has players that are covering him centrally. That's one. Two, he's not even the last man. At least on my screen, he didn't look like he was last man. That's wild. That's a clear dive. I don't think it's a dive necessarily. I think it's fair enough to sell that contact. I just don't think it's a red. For me, that is a yellow card and a free kick outside the box. You get the feeling they have to score here if they want to get back into this South Africa. Here's their chance. That is terrible. Honestly, awful. Actually embarrassing. That's actually incredibly embarrassing. That is incredibly embarrassing. Two and a half minutes left to go, ladies and gents. Only 3 attempts for South Africa this game. That is awful. And to be fair, I did say that they would finish bottom of the group with 0 points. I still believe that thoroughly. They've created absolutely nothing tonight. Absolutely nothing tonight. Good clearance. Surely done soon. One minute left. If he can keep that in, he can. Or tried the nice switch ball to the back post. Could have probably just played it a little simpler there. You'd imagine the halftime. I said the halftime. The full time whistle be any. Oh my god. You'd imagine the full time whistle would be going any second now. 3 red cards were not what I was expecting this game, though that last one wasn't a red. I do agree. Full time here. Mexico win the first game of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They take down South Africa 2-0. Plenty of drama, though. 3 red cards in total handed out in this game. Definitely lots of talking points. More red cards in the opening game of the FIFA World Cup than there were goals. That's incredibly interesting. And I'm very excited because we got plenty more action coming up on the channel. But not only that, we've just got plenty of games in general for the World Cup. I am really, really excited for what we're going to witness. I think it's going to be a fantastic tournament. We're going to see some fantastic football from some fantastic teams. We're also going to see some not-so-fantastic football from some not-so-fantastic teams. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to the live stream tonight. Be sure to keep your eyes on the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, but keep your eyes on the channel. We're going to be doing plenty more of these live watch-alongs going forward for the course of the World Cup and throughout next season as well. But thank you all so much for tuning in. It has been a heck of a game. I'm very tired. I need to get some sleep and try and wake up before South Korea versus the Czech Republic. A huge shout out to Tan and to Torsten as well, especially. Torsten, thank you so much. You've been with me in the chat here since pretty much halftime. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And until the next stream, lads, I'll catch you later.